Hi, second grade. Today we're going to do something that's the hardest thing I ever showed you how to do. So if you have questions for me, absolutely, please have your parents email me. But today we're just going to get started. The hardest thing that we've ever done is read music. Now, wait a second. You might be saying, wait a second, we've never really read music. Or you might be saying, oh, we read music all the time when we go ta, ti, ti, tiri, tiri, ta, and all that stuff. Yeah, we do read that kind of music. But eventually, it's not just going to be questions of tas and titis and tiri, tiris. It's going to be this kind of music. And this is stuff we have never read. Now, that looks pretty scary at first. It's a bunch of dots on the page with symbols and numbers, and oh my gosh, there's a lot. So today we're going to try to break it down for you a little bit. And we'll do it very quickly. It's not all gonna be done in one day, but I have right here a couple things that you need to know. So on this page, you have some very, very important words about reading music. Music, by the way, is like a code. So what you need to know is, first of all, these 5 lines right here, these are what all music is written on. And it's called a staff. Be my echo? Staff. Good. All right. Now we also have right here this fancy looking symbol right here. This thing is called the Be my echo, Treble Clef. And if you look at the spelling, it's Treble space CLEF. That's treble. It's not triple. It's not trouble. It's treble. It's its own word. Treble clef. And what it means is the high notes. So it's like the right hand on a piano. It's a high note like a flute or a clarinet or a trumpet. It's also a kid's voice. So the notes you sing, even though you don't know it, are on the treble clef. And if we wrote down using our musical code what you sing, it would start out looking just like this. So when we write music, we actually use our musical alphabet. We've talked about it 100 times. Say it with me while I write it. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we know that after G comes, not H, it comes A. So above G is A. So we know that if A is above G, what's below A? G. Now we're going to put that in a spot where you can see it. Right about now. As soon as I get this paper off. So this is your musical alphabet here. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts repeating itself. A, after A would be B, it keeps going forever and ever, and below A, down here, is a low G, and it goes down forever and ever, okay? So that's pretty much a pattern, and patterns in music make it really much easier to learn when you realize, oh my gosh, there's so many patterns. So here's a helpful thing that'll help us crack the code. The other name of this clef is called the G clef. Now, why is it called the G clef? Let's take a look at it. This G clef is actually going to help us. So it's called the G clef, not because it looks like a letter G. I guess it kind of could, but it's because you see this like swoopy guy, where it swoops around, the swirl right there on that second line from the bottom. That's the note G. So it points out where G is. So this code, each one of these lines and spaces has a letter. Our G is right there. So if that's G, well, I can use what I know to figure out what I don't know. Okay, so it's kind of like a puzzle, and we'll be building these puzzles as we go. So if this is G, well, let's think what's above G. Well, we look at our thing. Okay, so there's G. What's above G? Oh, A. Now, it's not going to just go with the lines. We actually use spaces too, the spots between the lines. So line notes are going to be ones where the line is passing through, and space notes are the ones between the lines. So they're not written like letters, they're written like circles. But if you see one on the second line, it's a G. Now, if I go up one level to the second space right here where my finger is, that's going to be one letter higher than G. Now, what's one letter higher than G? Take a look. Oh yeah, it's A. So let's fill that in. A. I'm going to put it way over to the side. So I separate my line notes and my space notes. So that's a space note right there. Okay, so here's a cool little trick. If I go line, space, line, space, line, space, it's going to be the alphabet. So A is a space. The next line, if I step up like stairs, is a B. but that's going to be a line note. It's going to be this middle line. So that B, I'm going to write over with the line notes. Okay, so far I've got G. I figured out what that is. When using G, I found where A was. So A, B, the next space is going to be, you guessed it, it's going to be a C. It's like the alphabet, A, B, C. What do you think the next line is going to be? If you said D, you're right. Okay, what comes after D? A, B, C, D. Oh, E. Right. Okay, and what comes after E? A, B, C, D, E. Right, F. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have. Now, it was hard for you to see that because, well, it wasn't on the screen. But here's what we have. Okay, so we already figured out A. That's the space note. We figured out B. That's the line note. We go up by the alphabet. A, B, C. After C comes D. We just wrote that. As we walk up, A, B, C, D, E. And then finally, F is up here at the top. Now, if I see a note at the top, I know that's F. Now, if I were to keep going, there's actually one up there. You could imagine what it is. A, B, C, D, E, F. And you would be right. We're not going to write that, though, because that's off of the staff. We do have a line and a space down here, though, that we haven't figured out. So the lowest note we know is a G, right? Now, below the G, well, we go backwards in the alphabet if we're going down. So let's find our G. What would be below a G? Oh, so below the G in this space right here is an F. And we have one more thing. Below this F, there's this bottom line. Now, if I find the F, I'm going backwards in the alphabet, I'm going down. So, below F, oh, it's E. So that makes it so that the line notes are E, G, B, D, F, and the space notes are F, A, C, E. Now at this moment, you might be totally, wildly confused. That's okay. We'll do a little bit more of it next time. We'll build on this. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to making some more music with you. See you later.